Hi, if you're wanting to grow an affiliate marketing business online, one of the most important decisions you can make is what niche to go into. But then if you really want to amplify your results, the next decision you want to make is, or the next step you want to take is to design your ideal customer avatar. Why is this important and how do you do it? We're going to talk about that here in this video. Hey, it is Daniel P. Robertson, and here on this channel we talk about how to grow your audience, increase your influence, and get life-changing results with affiliate marketing. This will allow you to spend more time with your family, maybe pay off some bills, quit your job if that's what you want to do, maybe save up for emergency fund, and maybe save up for something nice like a vacation, something like that. So if that sounds cool to you, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon to get notified of when I release new content. Now in this video, I'd like to kind of share some information about creating a customer avatar, which represents your niche, your ideal customer, the type of customer you would like to attract into your affiliate marketing business. Now, in the previous video in this series, this is video 4 of a series on step-by-step affiliate marketing for beginners. In a previous video, we covered how to choose a niche. And now that is the first step you want to take before you create a customer avatar, because that's really necessary. You can't create a customer avatar if you don't even know what niche you're going into. So now that you've selected your niche, how then do you create this ideal customer avatar, and why should you even create one? Well, again, we covered this in a previous video, but if you're trying to please everybody, you're going to end up pleasing nobody. If you're trying to speak to just a general, broad audience, then it's very hard to kind of speak to that audience in a way that they're going to respond to you. If you want to craft a message that your audience is going to respond to very well, then the way to do that is to have a very well-defined audience to attract to your brand, to your business. And one of the best ways to do that is to have a customer avatar. So what is a customer avatar? It's basically an imaginary friend that represents your niche. So say, for example, your niche that you've selected is weight loss for women over 40. This was an example we came up with in one of our previous videos, and we're going to run with it here on this video as well. So that's your niche. It's weight loss for women over 40. Now you want to design a customer avatar, and that customer avatar is going to be a woman over 40 who wants to lose weight. So how are we gonna set her up? Okay, so this woman is going to be, let's give her a name. Let's say her name is Susan. So Susan is a woman and she is 42 years old. Let's say she's 42 years old. And then we kind of define some characteristics about her. So say Susan, she's married. She's a mom of 3 kids. And she's a career woman as well. So she's a mother and as well as a career woman. And she's a bit overweight. She would like to lose, ideally, at least 30 pounds here. Okay, she'd like to at least lose 30 pounds. And some of the things that affects her, one of the things that she feels is that if she loses this weight, she'll be able to feel more confident about herself and about her appearance and interacting with other people in her job, in her career, just out in life in general. So not that she's not confident, not that she has a low self-esteem necessarily, but that it'll help her feel even more confident already than she already does. Also, her health, she kind of worries sometimes about her health and how this is affecting her and her family and her career, like her energy levels, her ability to spend time with her kids, her ability to live in healthy a life long enough to be there for the kids for a long time, different things like that. So she's worried about really her health as it relates to her weight. She'd like to lose weight in order to have more energy for the things that she cares about, the things that are important to her. Some of the problems she's facing is maybe she's tried weight loss in the past and hasn't really seen great results. Maybe she's tried dieting and hasn't seen great results. She might go on a diet, lose some weight, and then kind of yo-yo, get off the diet, gain weight back, and it kind of yo-yos and plateaus, and there's never really any real results from doing this. She's really looking for something to really help her lose weight in a way that is sustainable and healthy and kind of like just that she can keep it off. Now that you know this about Susan, now you can craft a message that whenever you're writing a blog post, whenever you're creating a video, whenever you are creating any kind of content on social media, you always have Susan in your mind. Susan is your imaginary friend who is part of your niche market, who you're talking to, and Susan is right there. You're talking to Susan, you're giving Susan advice, you're giving Susan tips, you're encouraging Susan, you're inspiring Susan, you're educating Susan. Susan is the person that you're talking to on the other side of the camera, on the other side of the blog post that you're writing to, on the other side of the email that you're writing. It's Susan that you are writing to. That way you can craft a message that really is ideal for Susan. Now, if you have Sandra over here and she's 45 and she's a single woman and she doesn't have kids, but she's a career woman, then a lot of the things that you say to Susan are going to also really appeal to Sandra. And if you also have Sandra in your audience, okay, and you also have, say, Melissa is in your audience. Maybe she's 35 and she's, maybe she's married, and she has kids. She's not a career woman. And so you're speaking to Melissa. She's in your audience as well, but you're speaking to Susan, but still Melissa is still going to respond to your message because she has some things in common with Susan. All the women in your audience, women over 40, they all have something in common with your avatar, right? They all have something in common with Susan, so they're all going to respond to certain things that you would say to Susan. So you're talking like you're talking to Susan, but it's going to appeal to Melissa and Sandra and Becky, and it's going to appeal to them all because they feel like you're talking directly to them, because you're really talking directly to Susan, this imaginary person that you made up, and it's just going to respond better. So, for example, in my market, my audience here that I'm building here on YouTube, my avatar is actually two people. I have, Jack and Jill, and I kind of chose a generic name just because that's easier for me to do it that way. You can choose like a more, like a name that's more modern or more, whatever you want to do what works for you. So I just kind of chose a generic name for myself because that's what works for me. So Jack and Jill, they're actually a married couple, and they have children. And Jill, she's 29, Jack's 31, and so Jack and Jill, they want to learn how to make money online so that they can pay off some bills, so that they can, so he can quit his job, so Jack can quit his job. They want to be able to buy a house someday, save up, emergency funds, things like that. So just basic things. They're not really looking to build a business so they can go and get a mansion and go on these fancy vacations all the time and get these fancy cars. They want to have better stability for their family, more free time for their family, and better financial stability for their family. That's why they're looking to build a business online. And so that's who I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to, right now, Jack and Jill, right here on the other side of this camera. I'm speaking like Jack and Jill is in front of me, and I'm trying to help you, Jack and Jill. I'm trying to help you really just understand why it's important to have a customer avatar so that you can craft your message in a way that your audience is going to respond to it. So Jack and Jill, that's what I want to say to you. So now you might not be Jack or Jill, or you might not, you watching this video, you might not have exactly everything that Jack and Jill has. You might not meet all of the things that Jack and Jill will identify with, but hopefully, if I'm crafting this message correctly, if I'm speaking to Jack and Jill here, then you, watching this video, you're going to feel like you're going to respond to it as well. So that is really why it's important to build a customer avatar, so you know how to craft a message so that it feels like the other person on the other side of that content that you're creating feels like you are talking directly to them, to that person. Like, I want you to feel like I'm talking directly to you. I want you to feel like we are here, we're kind of having a conversation, like we're kind of sharing some things together. I'm kind of sharing some information with you to help you. Like, I don't want you to feel like you're just part of this big audience that's out there in YouTube land. I want you to feel like I'm speaking directly to you, and that's why I have a customer avatar, and that's why you should have a customer avatar as well, So if you get value out of this video, again, subscribe, share it with somebody, and thanks for watching. By the way, if you want to learn how to grow an online business, one of the easiest ways to do it is to leverage a system where 90% of the work is done for you. So if that's what you're looking for, hit the link down in the description. And you can kind of go through and learn my exact process and use the same exact funnel that I'm using to attract leads. So go ahead and check that out. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.